And now that you've learned how to log into Lawson, let's learn how to access the forms that you will be utilizing. From the Teleflora main menu, press the F8 key on your keyboard. This will open the Form Transfer pop-up box. You will enter AX74 in the Form ID box and press the Enter key. This will open the Lawson Flower Order Relay screen like this. As you can see, it will not have anything on it. To see the information in the system, you will need to click the Inquire button, or we like to call it Squeeze the Cheese. Hopefully the imagery will help you to remember what the button looks like. This will make the OCO queues populate. It will also give you any important message that you may need to know. You may be asking yourself, what is a queue? A queue is a line, like you may be waiting in at the grocery store or like you wait in at the amusement park to ride your favorite ride. The queues you will be working are groups of orders in the same time zone. Not as much fun as the amusement park, but not nearly as painful as the grocery store. The numbers to the left of each queue indicate the number of orders in that queue currently waiting to be called out to our shops. It is very important that we start working in the East Coast queue first, and gradually work our way to the West Coast as the day progresses. It is very important because of the time differences for the shops. For instance, in California, a florist would not like to be called at 6 a.m. Some of our shops have their phones forwarded to their cell phones and home phones, so we want to make sure that we do not upset any of our florists by calling them too early or, let's say, even waking them up. After all, I don't like getting phone calls when I'm trying to sleep in, do you? The earliest we will call any business associate is 8 a.m. in their time zone. If you are ever unsure about what queue you should be working, make sure to check with your team leader. As the day goes on, we will move people to different areas as business needs indicate. Here are some more terms that you will be hearing and using on the job. This may all seem overwhelming at first, but once training is over and you start working orders, it will all begin to make sense. Let's talk about Do Not Report Order, or DNR. This is an order that Teleflora calls out to a shop. The shop does not have to report the order to get paid for it, as it has already been reported by Teleflora. You may say, why would a shop have to report an order to Teleflora? If a shop takes an order from another member's shop, they have to report it to Teleflora to get paid for it. The best way to explain it is this. We at Teleflora act as the bank between our shops. The shop that places the order pays Teleflora, and we pay the shop that makes the delivery. This is how we help our members send flowers all over the world. When you place the order with the shop, we report it for them. The next item we want to talk about is a codified product. A codified product is a keepsake container that has been purchased from Teleflora for a special occasion. You learned about these during Teleflora 101. And know how unique they are to our industry. Examples of a keepsake are the Happy Face mug or my favorite, Ducky Delight. There are also uncodified products that a florist may use. These are items like clear vases and baskets. You will be dealing with both when placing an order with a shop. Next, let's learn about a Teleflora order number, which is a 10-digit order confirmation number that is given to the shop to reference the order. You may ask, why does it matter if we give the shop this number? Teleflora takes and places thousands of orders every day all over the world. If the shop has to call Teleflora to ask a question about an order going to Mr. Smith, it is like looking for a needle in a haystack without the order number. You can find the order number on the AX74 screen. You will see more about this later when we talk about the Lawson system. Let's talk about the shop ID, which is a unique number that is associated with each shop. You could say it is like their account number, and it is how we pay them, bill them, and find any information about their shop that we may need to know in our system. Just like orders, we have thousands of shops in our system, so it is important you know their 8-digit shop ID number when calling out an order. In this section, we've learned about logging into Lawson along with some terms that you will hear over and over again. Let's take a minute to review the information we've covered with a short quiz. Then, we will move on to finding shop information.